Hello my dudes, dudettes, and everything in between, and welcome back to Clive Games. Today we're going to be continuing on with our Let's Play of Final Fantasy XIV, uh, and we're going to be continuing on with getting the gear for the Scholar. As we fast travel, I want to once again apologize for the last episode and a half, and everything that happened. Uh, Not really much I could have done about that in all honesty. If it was like a normal game where like you can save and then load like like if I was playing hopefully in the future something like The Witcher 3, that would have been different. I could have gone back and just replayed it, but unfortunately with MMOs like this, it's not really doable. Unless, because I did something very similar happen um with my smuggler story, and something happened and I had to start over. Luckily it was near the very beginning of the game, so I kind of just could recreate the character and get back to where I was. um but with how far into the game we are now, something like that is just not viably possible. So I do apologize for that, and as I said, in the future I will endeavor to make sure it does not happen again. But alright, let's move on. So, this is how the summoners of Eld were clad. Well, more or less. It is unfortunate that the ruins have yet to surrender the final piece of the suns to the suns. These garments aside from the coloring they are identical to the garb Tristan wore. You will find no edge against you through his equipment. When next you face that murderous cad, victory will be decided purely by who is the more talented summoner. To that end, it is time you drew on your experience of defeating the Primal Garuda. Yes, her aura of fickle violence is palpable upon you. It is daunting to imagine an Eggy born of the Lady of Vortex. Such unpredictable ferocity should serve you well. I will search for a suitable airy location in which to perform the austerities of Wind. You, my dear summoner, must needs prepare your body and mind for the trials ahead. I shall be waiting. Alright, and this is the second level 45 mission, so we'll go ahead and also do this one. We get to summon a Garuda Eggy. I sense Garuda's restlessness essence railing within the confines of your etheric channels. It is time we granted it release with the austerities of Wind. Thankfully, I already have in mind a location that well suits our elemental purposes. You are familiar with the floating city of Nim in Outer Lenoska? As you might imagine, the aspect of wind is entirely dominant in the area of those suspended isles. Pray make your way there as soon as you feel prepared. I am quite excited to see this new Eggy. Me too. Alright, but first, let's go ahead and get the Scholar gear. And to do that, we have to go to the Weaver's Guild in Ul'dah. Okay. Oh, yeah. That whole thing is still making me really paranoid. Alright, Weaver's Guild. Alrighty. Now, when it comes to the Scholar gear, a lot of times it's not until like the level 60, 70, and 80 gear that I actually like. I really don't like the level 50 gear, I think. I suppose you do have a rather scholarly air about you. I've been expecting you, Clive. Have you the leaves and the Alcazolkin's designs in? Yep. Crafting remnants that may not have been seen in 1500 years. This is indeed a daunting challenge. But it is one I suspect I will enjoy a great deal, for rare is the day a reaver receives ancient fashion. I shall begin at once. You may observe if you like, but be aware it will be a lengthy process. He stumbles like he just like did like a week's worth of thing straight. It has been some time since I labored with such intensity. I adhered to Akazuka's designs as best I could, though there were certain aspects I felt compelled to change. His lack of familiarity with the textiles and weaving led to what I can only assume are errors. You will note that I could only complete the collets. This is because the other garments require skills which I do not possess. Mistress Serendipity and Giva of the Goldsmiths and Leatherworkers Guilds, respectively, can provide the finishing touches to the remaining pieces. Ah, but you were unaware that I could not fully craft the set by myself, weren't you? Very well, I shall send word to them on your behalf, Clive. You'll need only visit each guild and present them my unfinished work. Alrighty. And much like with the summoner, you can only get one piece of gear at a time. But you can wear it immediately. Alright, so we gotta go to Serendipity here at the Goldsmith Guild, so it's in the same city, thankfully. Greetings, Clive. Red said you'd be along shortly, so let's see that Mortarbard. That mortal what? This shouldn't take long. Wait here a moment. Here it is, as promised. Amazing what a difference a mithril tassel can make, isn't it? Wear it with pride, Clive. Now, off you go, and be sure to enjoy your time in Gridania. I will. Alrighty. La la shalalo? Oh. Since we have to go back to Gridania anyway, let's go ahead and do the summoner mission, because we'll have to go back to Gridania to turn in the mission anyway. So, over here to Camp Outlook. That's really cool. Seeing like a city of kobolds in the distance. And yep, you guessed it, it's gonna be another instance fight. Shall we begin? I assume that as this is your third such experience, you have by now grown familiar with the steps of the ritual. Thus, as before, I would have you concentrate on shifting your etheric balance. Imagine the energy within you howling through your veins, an incessant gale of screeching wraith. Garuda's essence will be only too eager to harness those raging currents and shape them into a worldly avatar. Once Garuda Eggy has appeared, it falls to you to tame its fury. We got this, boys and girls, and everything in between. Look at that horn. She shouldn't be too tough. Oh, the arena is really small. Ooh! Nah, that cast time went off quicker than it should have. I not supposed to destroy these things? Oh well. See, fruit is not hard. Tirada and Subarana. What? I'm gonna go ahead and destroy these things. Almost there. You're almost mine, Garuda. Hey. Duty complete. You learn how to summon the Garuda Eggy. Master Fleet done, Clive. Garuda Eggy's power is now yours to wield. Your aptitude for the art of summoning has exceeded my highest expectations. I honestly could not have found a more valuable partner for my research. Let us return to Abkalu Falls. I am sure you must be exhausted after this ordeal. I don't know if exhausted, but that was fun. Let's see. I don't think I can, so I'm gonna wait until we actually turn in the mission. Right. And I don't believe I think I did explain, but if I didn't, for those of you who are wondering why I don't have the chess piece for the summoner class, they don't give you that until you complete the level 50 mission. I don't know why, but I guess that was just their own personal preference. Is like, oh, we don't want them to have the full set just yet. Like, okay, I mean, sure. You might as well have just given us all of it at one time, but I'm not one to complain. With the addition of Garuda Eggy, you now command 3 powerful avatars. As you have no doubt realized, however, each of these entities has a particular role in which it excels. For Garuda, that role is unleashing magic to strike down distant foes. I must admit to feeling equal parts joy and apprehension at how faithfully the summoned being displays the original Primal's volatile disposition. Experiment with your Eggy allies, and the most effective use of their individual abilities will soon become clear. With such mastery of the art at your disposal, I shall almost pity Tristan when he next chooses to confront you. Before that time comes, however, I will endeavor to pierce the mystery of his motivations. May your discoveries bring you new confidence, Clive. Alright, so yep. So Garuda takes the place of my Emerald Carbuncle. So let's go ahead and summon. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. That cool. Its ability should pretty much be the same. Aerial slash 150 to all enemies around it. And then Slipstream creates an AoE that does 50 damage upon hitting, and then 50 damage every second or second and a half for 9 seconds. So, for this, if you're doing like a group and you're using Gorilla, my go-to is use Slipstream, 2 aerial slashes, and then back to Slipstream. So that way, while the 9 seconds for the first one's going off, you can get these two out, and then if you really want, you can put a Ruin out, and then to Slipstream. So that's the rotation for group stuff, level 50 wise. I personally believe, like I said, I don't maximize these classes. I just do what I think feels right and natural. Terrible news to tell you. Clive, there's been a terrible incident. My poor colleagues at St. Cognac's found murdered. The reports are confused, but they all mention the same black-robed attacker. You know all as well as I do that Tristan is behind the massacre. He has indeed grown bold or desperate to commit such a brazen act. We should set off to Mordona at once and speak with any survivors. It may be that we can glean some idea of what that cold-hearted monster was after, or where he might strike next. We must stop him, Clive. And that is the level 50. Yeah, that's the hat. I do not like that. I honestly do not like that at all. That's the level 50 summoner mission that we're gonna do later. And if you saw the rewards, it gets you a new ability, which we'll go over, the chest piece, and a armor set chest, which you'll see when we get it in longer. I don't really want it to be a spoiler. It's not that much of a spoiler, but for some people, they might feel like it is. So, but let's continue on with our scholar stuff. Ah, Clive, the man who would single-handedly revive the scholarly arts. All right then, show me what you got. Master Rose's work is marvelous. As to be expected, this will be a pleasure. There you go. One pair of fingerless buffalo leather gloves. Perfect for the scholar who prefers that his protection does not come at a cost to dexterity. Oh, the boots. Ellie will see to those. He's an expert cordwainer, so you needn't worry about the quality. Besides, I've already spoiled you by making your gloves for free. Not wrong. And those are the gloves. They're fingerless. I really like that. You're the scholar, yes? I've been instructed to assist you. If you would please let me see Master Rose's work. Craftsmanship is amazing. I cannot wait to get started. Okay. Yep, voice is still working. Sorry. Here you are, sir, made with the finest boar and buffalo leather in accordance with Alcazolca's designs, which are very impressive, I must say. He must be dying to see the complete set. I know I would be, had I gone to such great lengths. You ought to surprise him by wearing the garments when next you meet him. And finally, the boots that look absolutely bloody awful. Oh my god. Yeah, I know. I just really don't like the level 50 scholar gear. I really don't. It's awful. Okay. Going to the Marauders Guild. Don't really look that much different. My God, I feel as though I've been transported backwards through time. Wow, you really are overselling it, aren't you, Alka? You're the very image of the Nemean scholars of Eld. Well, minus the gown, but still, Never in my wildest dreams did I think it would turn out this well. Ah, I see you approve as well, little one. Suffice it to say, we can consider this a great success. Alrighty, and now we get a new ability. Akazoka wishes to propose to you another way you might rekindle your fairy's memories. Ah yes, I forgot to mention that while I was awaiting your return, I made considerable progress with the deciphering of Nemean tablets. With much of what I have learned until now has pertained to the roles of scholars within the military. However, these latest texts offer insight into a scholar's activities during times of peace. As you can imagine, they were not the sort to let their restorative magics go to waste. One particularly stirring account describes their selfless efforts to combat the spread of a virulent plague, which at one point threatened to engulf all of Nim. Naturally, they did so with the aid of the fairies, which is why I believe that similar acts of charity may serve to further awaken your winged companion. If you are a mind to test my theory, why not journey to Camp Bronze Lake? You will find no shortage of the sick and wounded there. Rakusa Farusa would doubtless welcome your services were you to offer them. He presides over the Warm Wine Sanatorium, so be sure to have a word with him if you decide to go. Oh, the shoes are such an eyesore. Oh my god. Alright. So yeah, the scholar story really for right now revolves a lot around Camp Bronze Lake. Oh, yeah. Alrighty. Hello and welcome to Camp Bronze Lake. If you desire treatment, Pardon? You wish to administer treatment? Are you even qualified to... Wait, you must be Clive, the scholar. We are happy to accept any assistance you can provide. That's right, Potato. That's what I thought. I am told you possess magics which can cleanse the body of toxins, impurities, and maladies. At the present, we have 5 patients visiting the springs who would benefit from this care. Pray attend to these individuals and return to me when finished. Yep, and this is actually a mission that requires you to use Asuna. So if you weren't using it before, you better learn how now. My lungs! I can breathe again! Bless you, sir. Bless you. I don't know why, but it was really funny looking the way she was sitting in the pool. Like she was like just floating in a little ball. Huh? What the? Why'd you have to go and do that? Oh bugger, now they'll take me wine away. he didn't wanna be cured. He wanted to keep getting free wine. Ed, what did you do? You took something from me. Something bad. I don't know what you did, but I'm glad you did it. Thank you. Yeah, it's always nice to... Oh, what? Corrupted ether? What? That's not a good sign if people have corrupted ether inside them. There. I'll jump down later. I don't really feel like having to walk up twice. I know, I'm lazy. I'm not getting my cardio in. You set me free. I no longer feel his eyes upon me. Whose eyes? Oh, I didn't mean to reapply a dot there. this warmth. Did you do that? Thank you. Whoever you are. Yeah, strange to remember. Oh, come on, Fairy, you can remember. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. What you did for those patients was nothing short of miraculous. Their commanding officers will be pleased to hear that they can return to active duty. You and Akazolka have my deepest thanks, Clive. Alright, and that's the mission. Oh, damn it. We already used the return spell. So we gotta actually use money. And yes, I know my headset is like this. Wearing this headset for long periods of time tends to hurt my ears. Because of my glasses, but then also my ears are pretty big, so. Because I like to record a lot of back to back to back. It just makes it easier on me. Ah, Clive, Rakusa Verusa tells me that your potent magic exceeded all expectations. And judging by her little twirl, she's remembered something. Had a good time, did you? I thought you might. See, before he was calling her a minion, and now he's being really nicer. Like, dude, which is it? It warms my heart to see the two of you making such great strides, and it reminds me that I must work harder to see that I am not left behind. For the nonce, I will resume deciphering the Nemean tablets. Though they have yielded an immense quantity of information on the scholarly arts, I remain confident that they contain an equally impressive wealth of tactical information. Yeah! Now we got our next ability. Lustrate. This is how you actually use a oh, there it is. Wait, where did it go? Healing ability with your ether flow. Before this, we could only use it for energy drain, but now we can use it for lustrate. And lustrate restores the target's HP, has a cure potency of 600. It is really powerful, but you do use up an ether flow, so be careful about that. Like, these need to be managed quite heavily. But if you see that your Aether Flow is about to be able to be used again, and you have an extra, you can either A, use Lustrate, or you could use Energy Drain. Most of the time, if you have extra Ether Flow and Ether Flow charges and your Ether Flow is ready to be used again, most people use it on Energy Drain for the for this lower level, so they can get health, damage, and mana. So just don't spam Lustrate unless you really need to. But it can be used back to back to back. There's literally a 1 second recast, so that's like an emergency power heal, or if you just kind of want to use it when you've got extra ether flow. So yeah, I keep it there because that's where I keep another ability for White Mage that is similar. Alright, Akazuka has an urgent request. Clive, you must come with me at once. Another Tonberry has emerged from the Wanderer's Palace. A traveling peddler caught sight of the fiend and fled to Camp Brown's Lake. Once again, it falls to the Marauders Guild to find and slay it. This time, we will hunt the Tonberry in greater numbers, so that we might surround it and cut off all avenues of escape. I have not forgotten our previous attempt to slay one of the foul creatures. Nor have you, I trust. I have your assurance that you'll keep your fairy in line this time, yes? He was just nice to her like 3 minutes ago. Then let us make for Camp Brown Lake at once. Our comrades have already departed, and I do not wish to fall behind. We will rendezvous with them at the same place we have battled the first Tonberry. Oh my god, this dude. He literally is a Katy Perry song. But that's all the time I got for you guys today. Well, no, actually, no. We'll go ahead and start the, go back and do the, story. I think we got a little bit more time. I was thinking I wanted to go ahead and do the dungeon, which will start in the next episode, but I got a little bit more time that I could kill with this episode. So we'll go ahead and continue on with the main story. Yep, Vesper Bay for 80. And here we are, back at the Waking Sands. I know, it brings a tear to the eye after everything that's happened here. And if you're not crying, that's absolutely normal. Because we didn't know a majority of the Scions, and any of them that died really didn't matter. Because they weren't part of the inner circle that you talked to. Just a thing. But it's still dark and creepy in here. Tell me, Clive, does aught here strike you as odd? I see signs of recent habitation. Could it be that we have trespassers? Maybe it's just my imagination. Let us proceed into the solar. Okay. Wait! Why? That literally made no sense to me. Who goes there? Now, Yida. Is that any way to greet a friend? Alphino! Clive! Sid! Wait, is this a dream? Not that I'm aware of. It has been a while, Yida. I don't believe it. I was sure you'd been... This place has seen better days. You know I wasn't actually here when... I was still in talk at the Adder's Nest. The first I knew about it was when I came back and I saw... Ida. The church had taken care of the bodies, but that still left stains. It was hard to know where to start. If Y'shtola hadn't been here to help me... Y'shtola is here too? Yes, but she's not here right now. She's gone to Ul'dah to meet a man who might know what happened to the others. Papolino and Minfilia weren't among the dead, according to the church. Y'shtola thinks they were taken somewhere. Upon the orders of the Black Wolf, no doubt. Why would he want them? Because they possess something he desires, knowledge of another power that can be brought to bear against the primals, one that Gaius has yet to harness. The Echo. Gaius will be aware of its existence, as well as the immunity it grants the gifted to the primal's influence. Powerful though this elegant weapon may be, he would doubtless desire such protection. He means to use Minfilia to gain an understanding of the Echo, none of which explains how the Empire came to know the location of the Waking Sands in the first place. No matter, the Empire has shown its hand, and now we must act. It is up to us to rebuild the Scions and save Eorzea. Can I count on you, Yida? What? Oh, yes. Yes, of course. Whatever you need. We can discuss our next move upon Y'shtola's return. For now, I say we rest.
Hear, feel, think. Bringer of light, brave gatherer of the crystals, thy soul burneth bright. I am Hydaelyn, all made one. Hearken unto me now, for the darkness doth begin to spread. Wear thee the bearer of the crimson brand, for he is the avatar of shadow, whom death attendeth always. The crystals shall be thy salvation, thy blade and shield both. Steel thyself, for at the appointed hour thou shalt stare into the heart of darkness. Go with caution, my child, but fear not, for I am ever with thee.
Y'shtola! Clive, I see you and Alpha Node are safe. And Sid. That we five should meet each other thus defies simple explanation. It is as if the benevolent hand of Master Louis Soir guides us still. He would not see us undone so easily, not now, when the need is so great. I know where Minfilia and the others are being held. Where? An Imperial stronghold in the heart of Mordona, Castrum Sentry. Alright, so we know our next mission. We must save our friends. But that's all the time I got for you guys today. In the next episode, we're going to start straight off with Dismail Darkhold. But thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see y'all next time.